everybody from Burlington, Iowa. Just getting the truck warmed up. It wasn't very full here tonight. Usually it gets pretty full. We're just outside of town. I'm gonna roll into town and grab some tires. I'm gonna throw them on my trailer. I'm gonna tie them down. I'm gonna take them up to Saskatchewan. So we were supposed to get loaded yesterday. If you remember yesterday's video, we sort of combined those 2 days into one because we sort of had a hiccup. I took a load from Kenora into Minnesota, and the receiver at Minnesota was going to receive me, but they had told me that the forklift driver had hurt himself and couldn't unload me, had to go home or something, had to leave. So they didn't have anyone there to unload me until 6 a.m., which threw me off because I was supposed to be able to get down to here in Burlington yesterday afternoon yet, and because of that sort of pushed everything back. I could only get here by 3:30, and they said that was too late to get loaded. We'll have to load you 6 a.m. in the morning the following morning, and so here we are the following morning. I'm still on schedule. I'm just a little bit more rushed now, so we're gonna get these tires thrown on my trailer and tie them down, like I said, and we're gonna book it back up to Saskatchewan and deliver those hopefully tomorrow. It's gonna be about a day and a half to get up to this little town in southeastern Saskatchewan. It's about 1,500 miles. It's like 1,700 kilometers. I can't think right now. Okay, so 1,700, I'm just gonna do some math here for you, divided by 0.61. Oh, 1,000 miles. I said like, what, 1,500 last night? Just over 1,000 miles, so it's not quite doable in one day. So we'll get into North Dakota somewhere and do the rest tomorrow, but we want to boogie so I can get this freight off my trailer. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go home because when I'm filming this, the day after that is Friday. It's Good Friday, so everything will be closed. It's a national holiday in Canada and the US, so I'm probably just gonna go home, and then the following week, Old Blue's gonna be in the body shop getting those repairs done to the front end from several weeks ago already. And apparently they think it's going to take almost 2 weeks to do, like a week and a half to 2 weeks. I don't believe that. Hopefully they're just overestimating and they're going to surprise me and be like, surprise, it was only 2 days. But I don't know, the body shop that's doing the work on my truck is not the usual one that I go to, so I don't know the guys there. Anyways, I'll be having an unscheduled vacation next week, so that should be fun. We'll get some stuff done at home. Okay, we got her all tied down, ready to rock and roll. You have to be very careful with these straps that they don't go right over the middle. We used to be able to crisscross them over the top, but now they have rims that stick out on the top, and the straps could damage the paint on the rims, so the straps have to stay on the rubber. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 tires on me today. That's a nice looking load. That's gonna slip right through the air. Get some pretty good fuel economy on the way up. So like I said, about 1,000 miles. Not too sure how far we're gonna make it today yet. I'm thinking to probably around Fargo or just into North Dakota, but I'm pretty sure we can make it into North Dakota. We'll see. We'll see. We've got today and tomorrow to get there. I'm hoping to get these off tomorrow, but we'll do what we can. Let's get out there. Let's give her. You ready to give her, Old Blue? Better give her all you got. Gonna have to replace my sticker on there. It was last year, so I haven't gone to New York this year yet. But I'm getting this whole front end redone next week anyway, so they're gonna have to take that off. The next time I'm probably gonna put it down on the bumper. I think this year's are purple instead of blue. I don't need to get it until I go to New York. And I don't go there that often, so maybe I won't even go there in 2025. I don't know. I'm open to going to New York. I'd love to go to New York State, maybe not the city, but I wouldn't mind going to the state. And if I do, I'll have to make sure I get that. You need that sticker on your truck before you go into the state. But that's not something to worry about today. That's a future problem. That's not a problem right now. Look at the grass here in Burlington, Iowa.
In 200 meters,
wow!
take the entrance to the right on.
That's some nice grass. That looks like golf turf. Look at that. I don't even have grass at home yet. It's still all dead. Look at this. They've already mowed it. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. That gets me excited for my own yard. Wow, I should have grass like that in like 2 months. Whenever winter decides to leave us alone. It snowed yesterday again at home. I've got this organization bag. What would you call this? I don't know. I found it on Amazon. It is so handy. It keeps all of my booklets and paperwork that I used to have on this passenger seat all nice and neat and organized. So I can keep all of my stickers and border paperwork, everything I need all in one place. My notebooks for my fuel records and my load records, my mileage records, maintenance records, everything in one little... Huh? Because I can't have it on my seat anymore because I got this cooler here now, so it's starting to fill up in here. You got to try and stay organized, otherwise you lose everything. So I've got my coffee. It's in a Pepsi cup, but this is the freshest cup of coffee I'm gonna get today. I went in there and poured a cup of coffee, came back, paid for it, came back to my truck, almost took a sip. I was like, wait a second, something looked weird in the cap. Took the cap off, all the cream was curdled and it was all just disgusting. So I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't leave or anything, right? So I walked back into the truck stop and I grab another cup. I let them know what happened. I show it and they're like, oh yeah, no problem. We're so sorry. And go grab another one. They changed the cream in the cream dispenser. It had gone bad. And I guess they just hadn't noticed yet. But we gave it a little taste test and whew, yeah, it was sour. So that's why I usually give the cream a taste test anyways, but I didn't today for some reason. Usually what I'll do is I'll just pour just a little bit into my cup and just to make sure it's good, right? Because I've had this before. Like this isn't uncommon. Like it's not the most common thing in the world, but it happens more often than it should. But cream goes bad, and how are they going to know unless someone tells them or if they check it? I don't know. It was an honest mistake, though. The people here are great. I like them. They wouldn't do that on purpose. But anyways, besides that, so we get the new cream in there, and then a couple of guys are in front of me there. They grab the coffee, and uh-oh, now they're out of coffee. Like, huh. Okay, so now they got to make fresh coffee. I wasn't going to complain, though, because I'm like, hey, well, at least I get the freshest cup of coffee of the day, right? And then I watched the person come out and turn on the coffee maker. There's like one of those coffee, like those big ones, right? You just push a button, and it's all hooked up to their water system and everything, and push a button, and it goes into the big like thermos pots or whatever beneath it. And I noticed that when they pushed the button, they didn't put any grounds in the baskets at the top. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, aren't they supposed to put grounds in there? So I'm like, well, maybe they already had the grounds in there, right? Maybe they put them in there earlier so that now they could just come by, push the button. And that's probably what they usually do. However, this time, that's not what happened. The old grounds were in there. So we waited the whole time for the coffee to fill up these thermoses till it was done brewing. And then they realized, oh shoot, those are the old grounds, which pretty much makes the coffee now taste like water. Can't accept that. Can't have a water coffee. First I got a curdled milk or curdled cream coffee, and now I'm gonna get a water. No, I'm like, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I think something went wrong here. This coffee is water. This coffee flavored water. I mean, this isn't Tim Hortons. I expect a real cup of coffee. So, And at Tim Hortons, you have to add an espresso shot into your coffee for it to actually taste like coffee, in my opinion. But I like my coffee to kick me in the face. If it doesn't kick me in the face, it's not coffee. It's not real. It's a poser. It's an imposter. So I wanted a real cup of coffee. So I felt bad. I was like, I know you've gone through all this work. You've like gone and replaced the creamer in the machine. You've gone and you've brewed a whole new thing, a cup of coffee for me. But could we try again, please? So this time I watched them and they took the grounds out and they're like, oh, you could tell like usually they would have, I guess, had fresh grounds in there, but they didn't. So they put fresh grounds in, made a cup of coffee, bada bing, bada boom, fresh cream, freshest cup of coffee I'm gonna have today. And I love this coffee. It's got a little bit of extra zip in it too. It's like one of those extreme caffeine coffees. You can only have one of these in a day. I only get these every now and then, but I guess it's sort of like adding an espresso shot. It's like dark roast, but it's just, it's still very hot. I can't really drink it, but oh, that's good. Oh, you can feel it just wash over your tongue, right to the back. Just, and it hits your throat, and it's like, Yep, hit every taste bud on the way down. Yep. Oh, that's good. That is good. See, that's why I was so patiently waiting for a cup of coffee here. They have great coffee. Sometimes you find these places, sort of like that that truck stop I always stop at, where I have my spot by the driveway there, right? That's my spot. But they have the cheapest cup of coffee on the I-94 in Minnesota. It's at exit, is it 183? I think, or 186, 183. It's at Hasty, Minnesota, and it's the Speedway truck stop. It's like a ma and pa truck stop. Great food in there, great snacks. It's one of those like awesome truck stops, the way they used to all be before they all went like corporatized and like, you know, you got these big brands everywhere that are all exactly identical. Like a ma and pa shop. There's only one, right? That's what I like about these truck stops too. This one here is like a ma and pa truck stop as well here in Burlington. And it's unique because there's no others like it in the entire country, right? Sometimes you get to these places and they have the most amazing cup of coffee. Just like in Hasty, Minnesota, here in Burlington, Iowa, this cup of coffee is worth waiting for. They put it in a Pepsi cup because it's one of those truck stops, right? They don't have like their own brand name cups or anything. It's just like a styrofoam Pepsi cup. You know, you walk in, you're like, oh no, what kind of coffee is this gonna be? Because you go to some of these like gas stations and truck stops that aren't part of the chain, and you see it, you walk in and you're like, oh, and then you drink their coffee and you're like, oh, times two. And the coffee is just terrible. But then you find these guys, these great cup of coffee, and this whole thing, what is this, 24 ounce? 24 ounce? How much should it cost me? It cost me $2? I think it was like $2. $2.25, I think. Yeah, it's $2.25. Whereas a cup of coffee like this at Tim Hortons with the espresso shot would be $4. We're talking Canadian dollars then too. You got to do the exchange rate, but I've been yapping for long enough. My point is, that was my coffee story for the day. Freshest cup of coffee I'm gonna have all day. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. Let's get this truck started. We got to get out on the road. Ah, there you go. At least we know it's going to be a good day. Right? It's impossible to have a bad day when you start off the day with a good, fresh cup of coffee. And you're about to go trucking, right? So my appointment has been booked for Friday, 8 a.m. However, I'm going to double check that in a little while because Friday is Good Friday, and I want to ensure that the receiver's actually open on Friday. I mean, if we booked the appointment, you would assume yes, but maybe they didn't realize it's a holiday. I don't want to show up there Friday morning and it be a ghost town. I want to unload and go home. So I'm gonna get a little ways down the road, enjoy my coffee. They're in Mountain Time Zone where they are right now. I want Want to make sure that they're in the office before I call, let them get everything booted up. I'm in no rush to find out. Either way, even if it's not open, I could really try and book it to get it there for tomorrow afternoon. Or I can reroute and take the load. What would I do then? 'Cause my truck's going to be in the shop on Monday. Oh, we'll figure it out then, right? Okay, here is US 34 and 163.
Take the entrance to the left on US 34 West.
And this will take us over to the interstate. That'll take us north up through Minneapolis to the I-94 and into North Dakota. We'll cross from North Dakota into Saskatchewan tomorrow. All right, we're taxiing for takeoff. We got the all clear. Picking up a few Iowa bugs along the way, taking them home with me. So we are in a little bit of a rush. They are not going to be there on Friday. They're not there Fridays anyway, but since it's Good Friday, they definitely won't be there on Friday. So we have to deliver tomorrow afternoon. Now I can make it. That just leaves me very little time for anything other than driving and sleeping and my half-hour breaks.
In 3 kilometers,
and bathroom
take
breaks.
the entrance to the right on
And load
US
check breaks.
34 West IA 163 West US 218 North IA 27 North.
What I'm saying is we're gonna have to boogie. We're gonna have to book it fast as we can. I should be able to get there at about 2 o'clock local time. We gain an extra hour once we get into Mountain Time Zone, so that's handy. And we'll get unloaded, and apparently there's a small reload there that I'm taking back with me. Just put something on my trailer to get back home. No messing around. Guy needs to tighten his straps. At least one of them. Minneapolis at about 3:15 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Not too bad. Not too bad. Rush hour's starting, you can tell. But we've been pretty steady moving all the way through. The only kind of slowdown was where the I-35 met up with the 494 south of the city. And a little bit of a kerfluffle, kind of a little slowdown, but other than that, I think we're missing the worst of it, hopefully. And we still got a little bit of city to go through. We're on the west side and about 10 miles from the 94. I actually skipped by the Hasty truck stop at exit 189 or whatever it is, 183. This is my cheapest fuel on my route. I'll fuel up here and then we'll top up in Minot, North Dakota before we cross into Canada. And that fuel will get me home. And then I won't have to fuel up again until whenever I get back on the road after the body shop is done with my truck. I don't know what my luck is with coffee today, but I didn't have very much here again, except this time I didn't get a fresh one out of it. The good thing about Love's is when you fuel up, you go and you get a free coffee. You know, so that's a little bonus. But usually they have really good coffee. They have the bean to cup, right? The Colombian, the Brazilian, the house mild. I usually go with Colombian. If I see Colombian coffee, it's always my favorite, and I always grab that. But I went to grab my cup, and I always put the cream in first, right? Because that's the kind of guy I am. first put the cream in, and then you pour the coffee in so that you don't have to waste a little stir stick. See, I am a little bit green. I am a bit of a tree hugger. I don't like to waste a little stir stick. So I pour the cream in first, then I put the coffee in. So I go to the first like cream dispenser, right? You remember my experience from this morning with the cream dispenser. I go to the first cream dispenser, empty. Huh. Okay, so I go to the next cream dispenser, they have 2. Empty. No cream, no half and half. So there's another guy there looking for coffee. He went and got the attendant. She came and she replaced one of them, didn't replace the other one. Not that they were busy. She just went back behind the counter and started playing on her phone again after she just replaced one of them. But anyways, besides the point, at least she replaced the one, right? I got my coffee. I took a sip just to make sure it was fresh cream. Okay, so I got cream in my cup. And I turn around and I go to get my Colombian bean to cup coffee. What do you know? The machine is out of order. Doesn't work. Okay, so they have a second machine just for emergencies like this, right? So I go and I put my coffee cup under the second one. And then I look up and it's like where they keep the beans that get ground up. They're in like these glass jars on top of the machines, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. I look at the Colombian jar. It's completely empty. There's no beans in there. Like, are you kidding me? So now the coffee beans were empty. That hadn't been replaced. Okay, so I'm like, I look over and they have pre-made coffee. Same thing, it's just pre-made, it's not bean to cup. And there's a Colombian tap there, right? I'm like, oh, whatever, fine, I'm in a bit of a rush. I'll just go and grab that. Put my cup underneath that spout. Empty, no coffee. I'm like, all right, okay, maybe house smile. I go over to the next one, open up, empty. And it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like peak afternoon coffee hour for me anyways, right? I don't know about for you, but it's not like everything was empty. What's going on with me today? Are the coffee gods angry at me? Did I do something to you? Anyways, I eventually got my cup of coffee, but everything was, oh, it's just so strange, because usually that's why they have like 4 of these pre-made coffee thermos containers, right? All empty. And then they have 2 machines, bean to cup. One was out of order, the other one was empty. Both half and half creams were empty. I was like, how does this all happen at once? The stars don't align like this. This isn't normal. Sometimes I can see you run out of cream. Oh, whoops, you forgot. One is out of cream, so you go to the other one. The other one has cream. I've never had it where they're both out of cream. Now they're both out of cream. And then going to coffee, I've never had it where all the coffee is sold out, gone. Not like they didn't have any, they had them, they just hadn't made any. It's like, what a weird day. What a weird coffee day, right? But whatever. I got my coffee, and we go down the road now. I have 3 hours and 59 minutes available to me to drive today yet. We've been making really good time. We are ahead of schedule. So that's good. I want to be ahead of schedule because I was running right down to the line. So if I get a little bit ahead, at least then I have a little bit of a buffer, you know, a little bit of a, if something happens, traffic. Well, we're through Minneapolis now, and there isn't going to be much city to go through now. I mean, we got to go through Minot and Fargo. That's it. Woo! That's nothing. So I'm not too worried about traffic jams, but you know, something might happen. And I'd like to have a few hours of breathing space so that I know I'm not going to be right down to the line. I told them I'd be there at 2, so my goal is to be there at 1:30. That way, if I show up at 2 o'clock, I'm late in my mind, but they're happy. If I show up there at 1:30, I look good because I'm early in their mind. To me, I'm just on time. And if I show up there earlier than that, hey, I'm surprised, they're surprised, everybody's surprised, and that's like a really good day. We'll see what we can do. See what we can do. Okay. Oh, let's get old Blue running here, and let's get out of here. I have finished my half-hour break. It actually turned into a 41-minute break.
59 minutes of remaining.
I already told him. Why is your volume on? Why is your volume on? I don't need to hear from you. Bad enough I have to listen to Karen all day. I don't need another woman yelling at me. my E-log yells at me too. If I turn the volume on, it gives me voice commands like, oh, you have this much time to drive. And also my GPS is always yelling at me. So then I have 2 women in here yelling at me all the time. It's overwhelming. We made it here with 1 hour and 26 minutes left on our clock. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna see what happens. How far can we get from Fargo in about 1.5 hours?
little less. Looks like we'll be stopping around Jamestown. Probably before we turn on to the 52, I'm guessing I'll pull off somewhere. From here is far enough. I could stop here, but I want to go further. I want to, hopefully, we can deliver tomorrow and get home tomorrow yet. I'm trying to get home tomorrow. See if we can do that. That's the ultimate goal. Since Friday is a holiday, I'll have to drop my truck off at the body shop Monday morning. So this weekend I can get all my stuff out of it. I don't know this shop I'm bringing it to, so I'm getting everything out of my truck, and it's going to be there for like 2 weeks. Oh, there comes an ambulance. Alright, I'm going to move on over one more here, give him some extra room. Oh, you buddy. I'm going to pull off and give him extra room in case he needs my lane. Now this feels like home. Flat, open plains. We're just south of home, actually. We're running parallel to it. Canada is 100 miles or so, a couple hundred miles to our right in the north. Yeah, we are going to stop at exit 307 in Tower City, North Dakota. I won't quite make it to Jamestown. I'll be a few minutes short. I don't want to run my clock that far down. So we're going to stop at Tower City. It's about 15 minutes up the road, maybe 20 minutes. And I have an hour and 3 minutes left on my clock. So that's pretty good. We can do the rest tomorrow, no problem. It's a nice little, another one of those ma and pa truck stops we're going to pull into. Those are usually quieter and safer for your truck. But hey, don't tell anyone my secrets. Okay, it's between me and you. Here's our exit, Tower City, exit 307, I-94, North Dakota. This is where we're gonna call home tonight. I have 46 minutes left on my clock.
Turn right on 133rd Avenue, CR1 and then approaching destination on the right side in 150 meters.
Building looks closed. I wonder if they're open? Oh yeah, it just looks like they're closed from here. I've never actually stopped at this place before. Found it on Trucker Path.
Approaching destination in 100 meters on the right side.
Okay, should I go around the back? Is that where we go? Is how we get in there?
Continue on this road for 10 kilometers.
Oh yeah, look at this big open lot back here. Wow. Wow. Cool. Found a new stopping grounds. Cool.
This is actually a really nice stop. It didn't fill up too much overnight. Like, there's still all that space to park back there. There's a few guys who came in here. Like, these guys came in after we got here, and that guy parked beside me. At least he didn't come park right beside me, right? Nice quiet little stop. Never knew it was here. But anyways, guys, we had a long day. I am awake the next morning already, and we got to continue. So I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. I don't get my glasses on. I came out here to do my pre-trip. I put my glasses on, but I'll be okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. If you want to be a member, that means you get early access to my videos. It's up to you. You can click the join button down below if you want to do that. If not, leave me a comment down below, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me know. Have you ever been to this truck stop?
There you go.
Is it weird that I want to roll my window down just so I can smell the diesel fumes? Oh yeah. Yep. Strong cup of coffee and a little bit of diesel fumes. Not too much, just a little bit. First thing in the morning. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Diesel fumes are bad for you kids. Don't go sniffing fumes. Just a little bit, just a little wafting, you know. I know, it's not good for you.